Now, the federal government has promised changes to paid parental leave under their new budget plan. The new changes mean a single parent will be eligible for 20 full weeks of paid parental leave, while two-parent households can share the 20 weeks in the 2 years following their child's birth.
Let's bring in Dr. Angela Jackson from the Impact Economics and Policy. Angela, great to have you here and your insight on this. What do you think of the benefits of a shared parental leave scheme?
Oh, look, it's really important. I think, at the moment in Australia, before these changes, dads only got a maximum of 2 weeks leave at the minimum wage, which for most dads earning average income is about 4 days, so it's not a lot. So the changes will allow dads to take more leave, and that's really important in terms of kids' development. We know that more involved fathers really is one of the best predictors in terms of kids' outcomes, so that's great. It means also for women, the likelihood is that the sharing of unpaid care in the household becomes much more equal. And what we've seen internationally is when you can lift those rates of dad's leave, what you see is women working more and earning more. So it's a really win-win situation.
Okay.
What we're concerned about, though, is the fact... Sorry.
Go ahead. You can carry on, please. Yeah.
No, well, what we're concerned about with the changes, however, is that they've abolished the dad's leave component. And what we also know from international evidence is when you do that, dads don't tend to take the leave. What we're in a situation, of course, at the moment is where, the gender norms about who cares and who works are pretty entrenched, particularly in Australia. And changing those patterns of behaviour requires really strong policy intervention. And for the government to say, look, we really want dads to take this leave. It's so good for you. It's so good for your families, and so to quarantine some of that leave for dads.
There was also, I think, disappointment among many that there was no talk of adding superannuation to those parental leave payments as well. Childcare also didn't get a mention. There have been no further changes to those subsidies. What was your take on that?
Yeah, look, we know the cost of childcare, particularly for families and particularly for women looking to return to work, that extra cost of childcare is a real impediment. And there have been changes over the last couple of years that have made things a little bit easier for families. The lifting of the cap that really meant you only got 3 days worth of care, and that's been fantastic. But we really need to see more because the costs of childcare are only going up, and what that means for women is they get less money when they go to work, and it really disincentivises and doesn't support women who are looking to participate more in the workforce.
All right, well, look, Angela, Labor is yet to announce their policy on paid parental leave and childcare. But when we do have an election called, what proposal would you like Labor to have out there?
Well, look, what would be great is, the Labor Party has announced a slight increase in the childcare rebate to 90%, which is great and will take some more pressure off families. What we really want to see in this country is an understanding of the importance of paid parental leave. It is a crucial part of the picture in terms of lifting women's economic participation across the economy. And the sort of proposals we're looking at is moving to 26 weeks leave, where you have 6 weeks for dads and 6 weeks for mums, and then mums and dads get to choose about what happens to the other 12 weeks. What we see internationally is when you do that, you see a real uplift in dads taking leave, which is, as we said, really, really positive for families. It's great for dads. It's really good for mums in terms of their workforce participation, and it's great for kids. And so what we want to see is policies in this country that really support families at that critical time when they're introduced, when they're, got new babies coming into their household, and when, they're trying to navigate some quite complex relationships and negotiations between mums and dads.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see what Labor puts forward this evening in the reply speech. Angela, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.